Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Aoife Marielle. For today's coffee and craft afternoon, we're going to make margaritas, but not the ones you think. This is the tiniest little box dye you've ever seen, and I bought it from TEMU. Didn't check the dimensions. This little matte layer for the front of the box, and it is so small. When I got this, I was so upset with myself because I didn't check the dimensions, and this is a little pop-up mechanism. Have you ever done that? Well, I've gone through my stash and figured out, let's make a margarita out of this. Let's not let it go to waste. So, as you can see, this little box is tiny. So I pulled out a few dyes, and I think, what small dyes do I have? And as you can see, there's a little Easter egg dye. So I go through my little box of scraps. We've all got them. I have a multitude of beautiful pastels, some glitter cardstock, some pearl cardstock. This is a beautiful little pearlescent. You can't see it on camera, but it's gorgeous. It's got like a gold sheen. And I've got a ton of these little cutouts, just randomly shoved in boxes. I save everything. I think as crafters we do that though, don't we? We just save everything. Well, my box is full of all sorts of little bits and pieces. So I plan to do a little Easter card. And so I pick out some pretty little colours and glitter and sparkle. And I think, right, so gonna make an Easter card, and I keep mine in these tonic craft kit boxes because they fit wonderfully side on my Billy bookcases. So I got out a little card and I have cut the base out of this. As you can see, it is so small, and I'm regretting my life choices at this point. I will say, regretting it. I don't know what these little square things are on the bottom though. I have no idea. But I did find these little cards in my stash, and I thought, oh, they are so pretty. They would make a lovely little backing card for a different time. And this one, oh, that's so cute. So I used a little square die, as you can see, and I cut it out for a frame to fit inside, because I think, oh, that would just be nice as a little background. And who doesn't like that? It's so cute. And it matches the little florals. Now, for the Easter eggs, I'm thinking, yeah, maybe a little Easter bunny, you know, something cute, something pretty. Might as well use what we've got, right? Might as well use what we've got. So I use this little die, and it is roughly about the same size as the inside of the little box. And I use that frame to cut out the little panel at the back so that it all stays and it sits pretty neatly. So yeah, I'm going to go and run that through my die cutter. Let your kindness fill the world. That's a pretty sentiment that we can all use today, I think. So as you can see, I've then cut out a ton of little flowers. I've decided against the bunny and Easter egg. I've decided, no, I'm not going to do that, because Dawn is doing an Easter card this Friday, and I'm going to watch and craft along with Dawn. So I then cut that out, as you can see, from that little frame. And it's just a little nesting frame. I think it's from Sizzix. But regardless, it might be Spellbinders was the colour. But I then glue that on the back. And I've got these little flowers, just little fat flowers that I just stuck together. I didn't put any dimension into them. So I cut a ton of little flowers in little pinks and yellows and some sparkly dews. And look at this, look at the stitching on this. This is the cutest. I am starting to come around. I'm thinking foam pads on the side, just to give a bit of dimension. I am starting to come around. I'm maybe not questioning my life choices as much at this point, because I'm thinking we could do cuteness. We could do some sort of cuteness. A little bit of foam tape on the side or a foam pad, make it a little bit more dimensional. Then I'll have the little panel at the back, and then I'll have little cutouts. I don't know what those squares are. I've no idea, but I cut them off. Those triangles, sorry, I cut them off because I have no idea what they're about. So we now have a little box. And it's quite cute. I'm not questioning my life choices as much as I was, I will say. It's super cute. I'm quite liking it. But as I say, I've cut out all these little flowers, and I'm going to stick them all together and make them little flat flowers. And I saw these little, as I said, in my stash, and I think I can make so much more of these. Like, if I cut that out, I know there's a gold trim around it. It might be like, I don't know, a waste to cut the little gold bits off. But if it makes a little panel and a little square, I think it might look cute. In black maybe, or gold, or black and gold. And maybe do a different, maybe like a little pale pink flower. some of me little leaves maybe. Be your own kind of beautiful. That's quite cute. It's quite a cute sentiment. So I'm thinking maybe. I'm not questioning my life choices as much. I'm figuring out how else I could use this little die set. How else could I do that? Because we've got it. We might as well use it. And I'm not questioning them so much, but I like this little one, and I'm thinking a navy little box set with little stars. Why not? And I've got little star dies. I could do one of those too. I can maybe do stars. Maybe. So the little imagination cogs are running. So, we are back. And look at the cuteness! Sorry. It is just so cute. These are the dinkiest little flowers. It is the cutest little box. I am so happy that I bought this now. And believe me, I was kicking myself when I did, because I got the stupidest dimensions and I didn't check it out, and it was so small and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. But oh my god, I am loving this. I then cut out little butterflies, and it is super cute, and it's sparkly, and it is so dinky. And I had fun with it. I really did. I enjoyed making little flowers. I enjoyed cutting out little butterflies. And I used scraps. Basically everything that was in that box that you've seen, all those little bits of scraps, that's all these were made from. Just little pieces of offcuts that were lying doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. So I cut out some little gold butterflies, some little sparkly butterflies. And it turned out really well. You'll see at the end, it is super small, but it is super cute. And it's only going to sit on my shelf. No one's getting this. It's going to sit on my shelf. But how cute is that? How cute! And the little butterflies just sitting perfectly inside it, and it is, oh, I'm loving this set. I want to make a ton more, and I've got through my stash to see if I've got any other little small dies. Just wait. This is going to be used so much on my channel. So here we are, back with the finished product. Look at how cute this is. It is so dinky and so small, and it does fold into a proper little box shape, both sides. I am delighted with how this turned out. It is so sparkly, so cute, and it is definitely a margarita. If you've been given dye limes, make a margarita. Get your little bits out, get your little die sets out, and go to town. I've now figured out I have so many little die sets with little tiny dies that I've never used because they get lost on cards, they get lost on big cards. Now, they're not going to get lost on this. And I was going to put a little bow on, and I haven't been howling about it, but I actually do put it on. You see when you come back, the little bow, it is on with some foam pad, and it does look so cute and sparkly, and it works. And if it was given to someone, I would put a little card on the back to cover the join, but it's not going anywhere. It's going on my shelf. It's just for me. It was just for fun. It was a little margarita limey mini box set because, well, I had it, I might as well use it. And here it is next to its big giant brother box from during the week, and you can see just how super dinky and small this is. And I really enjoyed making this, and I'm going to make more. So, if you've enjoyed this, like I did, please consider subscribing. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you for all your comments. If you've got a margarita die that you don't know what to do with, put it in the comments. Until next time, slán Aoife. Goodbye!